Hello. Hi. Last week we had Thanksgiving and I shared with you guys just a simple drink. So we're going the opposite today. And I'm going to talk about gold, frankincense, and myrrh oil-wise. So let me back up because I have this in various places. On Instagram, I'm at flourishing.roots. On YouTube, I'm at Leah Hendershot Flourishing Roots. And on Facebook, I'm at Leah Hendershot Flourishing Roots Home. So search Flourishing Roots and find me somewhere in there. So let's see. We are going to talk about gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And you may be thinking about there's not a gold oil. Well, there actually is a gold oil. And we're going to talk about it because it is kind of seamlessly integrates with frankincense and myrrh. So I've got my black tea, my organic black tea with white grapefruit oil in it. So good. And some raw honey. So there you go. I told you guys I like my hot drinks. So let's jump into gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Now the gold I'm talking about is actually called Helichrysum. And Helichrysum comes in two forms. From doTERRA, it comes in this touch form, so it's pre-diluted properly with fractionated coconut oil. You can get a bottle of it, or this is a much more budget-friendly way to have Helichrysum on hand. And I recommend every single person, especially if you're a parent, have Helichrysum on you at all times. I carry it in my purse, the roller. And doTERRA also has frankincense touch, and they have frankincense in the bottle. And this is December of 2020. And we can actually get a frankincense, 15 milliliter frankincense for free this month. So we'll talk about that in a minute. And then, so we can get the 15 mil or we can get the touch, which is properly diluted as well, still just as effective. And then myrrh. So myrrh, you probably can't see, it's a little thicker. And I recommend when you get myrrh, make sure before you put the cap back on that you coat this in like fractionated coconut oil, because myrrh is a very thick resin. Now frankincense also is a resin, but it doesn't stick like this. It will get a little goopy, but myrrh, if you don't, it actually gets kind of crusty almost. So that's just a tip. Before you put your lid back on, coat it really well with fractionated coconut oil, and it comes out pretty slowly. Swipe it on my face here, because it's very good for your skin. So, and it smells, to me, myrrh smells a little bit like leathery. So a lot of times men like it because it has that leather smell, or if you know somebody that likes leather. So let's jump into these. Now first I'm just going to say overall, it's so cool. No matter what, that gold, frankincense, and myrrh obviously are from the biblical account of Christ's birth. And whether you are a Christian or not, no matter what, we have these, which I believe it was absolutely 100% factual and true and really happened. But even if not, we see just throughout history, things are referenced in stories, folk tales, and all that about the benefits of oils, just over and over and over. Even if you go back to the Egyptians, they highly valued their beauty, and they often use these same things for that. So throughout history, they've always been used. But it's interesting that gold, frankincense, and myrrh were used, and we're going to dive into that a little bit, especially since it's the holiday season. And but all three of these were. I of course searched out what oil could have been, would have been just as highly prized, even though it literally wasn't brought to the babe. And Helichrysum went seamlessly with these three. So gold, frankincense, and myrrh, Helichrysum, frankincense, and myrrh are all amazing for your skin. Absolutely top notch for your skin. Very regenerative. All three of those are very regenerative to your skin. They help clarify the skin, bring clarity and healing to the skin. Very good for anything first aid wise. So I carry Helichrysum with me all the time, and usually frankincense as well. Don't carry myrrh with me as much, but all those are very healing to the body. So you see that that overall effect of them on the body. Very regenerative, very good for the skin, very very good at promoting regrowth and renewal. So it's really interesting that all three of those are in the same vein. So I'm going to first dive into frankincense, since that is what's free this month. So you can get frankincense for free with doTERRA. And doTERRA's frankincense is unique in that they source, the farmers own these trees that grow in very, 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 very arid climates. Literally, they're like growing out the sides of these like rocks. Like, how is that even possible? These very rocky, arid regions. But these trees are scored, and they're scored once, and the resin oozes out. They're scored again, and it oozes out. And I think it's the third or fourth score. That's like the ideal frankincense resin that you want. So sometimes, probably more than time, if you're buying frankincense for $8 somewhere, you're either getting a very small amount of actual frankincense in that, or you're getting like that first tier of frankincense, which is the least optimal. So more than likely, you're not really getting frankincense, but that's for another day. With doTERRA, we know we're getting the purest and the most effective and the most potent. But doTERRA actually, there's various boswellia trees is where the frankincense comes from. There's various species, I guess that'd be the right term, of these trees. So just like you may have, what's a good example here in the States? Any sort of tree, you don't just have an oak tree. You have a red oak, a white oak. I don't know if there's yellow oak, but you get my drift that there's different kinds. You may have a pear tree, but you have different varieties. The same with frankincense trees. And what doTERRA has done with their research and their expertise on frankincense is they combine the different, I guess it's species of these frankincense resins to give us the most optimal frankincense possible. So let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 different frankincense species in doTERRA's frankincense. And what that means, also it diversifies the supply. So anyway, that's a really huge perk for doTERRA frankincense. And doTERRA is dedicated to purity and potency. I say that in every time, but that is key. That's the baseline, is absolutely 100% pure and potent. Very potent. So you want them to be the most potent and the most pure because you're using them. You want them to work the same way each and every time. So let's dive into frankincense because it is free this month. And the kids have decided to jump around upstairs. And we're just going to go into what frankincense is good for. We have some powerful testimonies, my family does, about frankincense. So first of all, we talked about cellular function. Frankincense promotes proper cellular function in your body, and we are made up of cells. So you need frankincense each and every day. Under your tongue, on your skin, for your mind and mood, you need frankincense. It is just amazing for your skin, your nervous system. It's even good for your digestive system. The cool thing about frankincense is it works directly on your brain. So it can cross, its chemical constituents can cross the blood-brain barrier. Our brain doesn't want just willy-nilly anything going into it, so it has this barrier, this blood-brain barrier. But frankincense is one of the few oils, along with sandalwood, I believe copaiba, a few of those other oils that can go past the blood-brain barrier, which means anything brain, central nervous system, mood, anything like that, frankincense is good for, like immediately. We know that oils are in your system very, very fast, within minutes, and are circulating in your body within just several more minutes. So that's a really cool thing about frankincense. So anything in that area, brain-related, trauma-related, mind and mood, healing, it really helps promote any healing of any damage that's done, particularly to the brain. So that's a really good thing. That's some good things about it. Frankincense is also amazing for your immune system. So this is why I get excited about getting frankincense for free in December, pretty much every year. Like since I've been doing doTERRA, every single year we get frankincense for free. And that's a $90 oil retail. So I'll take that. The cool thing about frankincense is it actually is an immune stimulant. So it stimulates your immune system. How does it do this? One of the ways it does this is it, and you can look this up, this is fact, so this is true. It increases the activity of the leukocytes. So those leukocytes are your anti-infection, the good guys in your bloodstream. So that lavender stimulates your immune system in that way by increasing the activity of the good guys in your bloodstream, the anti-infectious good guys. So that's why it's also amazing just for keeping your immune system up. I love to use a blend called Flume, and I make it here at home. It's not from doTERRA, but I use doTERRA oils. It's frankincense, lemon, oregano, on guard, and melaleuca, also known as tea tree. So Flume, 5 drops of each in a 10 milliliter roller bottle, and top it off with fractionated coconut oil. And that is an amazing immune system support for your body. Put it on the bottoms of your feet each and every day, especially in the winter. Down your spine. Here, I always put it on my lymph node areas here. And it is just a really good extra boost for your immune system. Of course, mentally, I think I have like a eyelash in my eye. Mentally, it's going to work on the brain. So if you feel like your brain is overactive or your central nervous system is really overactive, or you feel like you're easy to get anxious, frankincense is really, really nice. I use frankincense this way, frankincense and lavender particularly, but you can add frankincense to any of the other calming oils, and they will help calm you down. Just inhaling them in your hands, applying them to your chest, wherever you feel, diffusing them in the air. Frankincense works super, super well for doing that because, like I said, it works directly on those brain receptors. What else about frankincense? It's really good to promote healthy breast health. So you can use it diluted for women or men or whoever. You can use it dilute it and apply it 2 times a day for 30 days, and then do that maybe 3 to 4 times a year just to promote that healthy breast health. It's really good, of course, for frankincense is amazing and well known for helping reduce inflammation in the body. Anything and everything, our bodies, healthy inflammation is not a bad thing. We think of inflammation as just the bad guy, but it's not. Healthy inflammation is put there to send in what it needs to heal an area, whether it's, heal a cut or if there's pain or injury to an area. Healthy inflammation sends what we need to those areas to help them heal faster. So we want proper inflammatory responses. That's why frankincense is another good one to put under your tongue if you deal with some of those issues, or if you're trying to heal from trauma to your skin or your body in any way, or even mentally. Frankincense is really good to help with trauma of any sort in your life, in your body, in your atmosphere even. So let's see. It's also really good to help bring you out of a state of feeling very down and out. So in the winter, not only is frankincense good because it's an immune stimulant, but it's also uplifting to your mind and mood. You can put it on your brain stem, you can inhale it, you can diffuse it, anything like that. Okay, as far as skin, this is what a lot of people love frankincense for, is its skin benefits. So it's fantastic to help your skin if you have scars, wounds, stretch marks, first aid. My son had 2 injuries this year, and we definitely used actually all 3 of these oils, but a lot of frankincense, a lot of Helichrysum. It also is really good about helping with to have a healthy respiratory system. So if you feel like things are getting a little clogged up in there, you can use frankincense to help expel that from your body. It's also really good during seasonal threats or the change of the seasons when you feel that change in your body. Rub it over your liver to promote a healthy detox of your liver. And let's see, it helps oxygenate the pineal and pituitary glands. So this is also a really good one for everyone because we always need to support those areas, but especially with our children. If you can get them to at least put it on the back of their neck every day or under their tongue, super, super, super good. Frankincense helps deepen your breathing. It aids relaxation, both mentally and physically. It actually causes your lungs to expand. That's pretty cool. Any sort of fungal issue, it really helps your body expel those fungal issues. You can make a compress for any area, like if you have any sort of irritation on your skin or some area of concern on your skin, you can make a compress and apply it to that area for anything really, anything in your body or on your skin. Any sort of rogue cells multiplying, you can do a compress for those areas. And that leads us into one of our most powerful testimonies with frankincense is my son had a mole come up behind his ear when he was about not quite 2, and my daughter found it because it was the same color as his skin, so I just didn't notice it. It was about the size of the end of a pencil eraser. And we applied frankincense to it, and it shrank significantly, at least half, and turned dark and kind of got a weird shape to it. And then it kind of stopped doing anything. And then we stopped for a few days, and I mixed up a little roller, and I started reapplying the frankincense. And to this day, that mole disappeared. It totally disappeared. So frankincense is really amazing for cellular health, both internally and externally. So just know that for sure. Frankincense is also emotionally the oil of truth. So if you're going through a lot of maybe darkness, sadness, or upheaval in your life, it can really help you emotionally just to feel calm, loved, protected, and feel like you are not abandoned. So that's a good way to use frankincense as well. So you just inhale it, and I like to speak for the emotional aspects of oils. I like to speak or say a prayer or something to help me release that from my body, because we do store emotions in our bodies. So frankincense is a good one to inhale to release those emotions, because our amygdala stores traumatic memories, and that's to protect us from doing the same thing again, doing something traumatic again. But unfortunately, that has an effect on our whole body, and this leads to a lot of other issues when we don't release those emotions. So that's how oils, just breathing them in, hits the olfactory bulb and works in the amygdala to release those emotions, and then also you have the physical releasing of it. So frankincense is really amazing for helping you regenerate in all the ways. Every single way you could think of in your body, frankincense is good for it. And I've talked 18 minutes on it because it's so amazing. And it is the king of oils because it's good for everything. If you are in doubt about what you need to use for anything health-wise, frankincense is where you need to go. First and foremost, just get the frankincense out. It's all the things. It's the king of oils for a reason, because it can help with pretty much anything that you have an issue with. To make sure I didn't forget anything before we move on. Cellular function. You can apply it to your cuticles and nail beds. It's for healthy nails. Balanced mood. And it can be really nice for a massage, both mentally and physically help. So there is our frankincense. Now we're going to move to myrrh. And I like myrrh. I've used myrrh a lot for respiratory health and for skin health mainly. But myrrh, the unique thing about myrrh, it's really interesting. frankincense is very, it covers like the cellular aspect of it, and it's good for the brain. You go to myrrh, and myrrh actually has neuroprotective qualities to the brain as well, which is, these just work in harmony with each other. So myrrh is very neuroprotective to the brain. It promotes proper inflammatory response. It's very good to help our bodies get rid of fungals or viral invasions or microbial invasions. Myrrh is really good to help us get rid of that. So in ancient times, myrrh was used, it was valued as its weight in gold. So essentially, gold and myrrh, take your pick. Both they were equal in, it was so valued. And here we can just have it in our homes. Isn't that amazing? The same for frankincense. So there's a reason those were also brought to the Christ child, because they were very, very valued. But myrrh is also really good, like we said, for brain health. So let's go there first, since we did that with frankincense. So anything, a lot of people use frankincense and myrrh for like meditation, prayer time. It just helps you feel really grounded and connected, and helps just release any anxious feelings, anything like that. Myrrh is also another one that really helps with feelings of sadness, deep sadness, and darkness. It is, let's see, anything more about that? Okay. Other things it's good for, just like frankincense, is your skin. So it really helps with any sort of skin issue, and it really helps with wounds. Now, I said my son had 2 boo-boos, serious boo-boos, one on his forehead and then one on his hand. And we use myrrh also to help with that. It also helps protect against any like invaders that may get in there and try and get set up, if you get my drift. The cool thing is it's also really good for same as like stretch marks. So think about combining some of these oils, stretch marks, scars, anything along that line. Anything, especially in the winter, chapped skin, mix it with an oil, carrier oil, fractionated coconut oil, jojoba oil, whatever you have, or you can even put it in like a body butter from doTERRA or the unscented lotion from doTERRA, and use it for chapped skin, or anything you got that you can mix it with. It also helps, we talked about chapped skin, dry skin. Another key thing, and we talked about frankincense being an immune stimulant, is myrrh is super good for pulling moisture from the body. So myrrh was often used for embalming in ancient times. So it's good for, yes, it's good for dry skin, but within the body, it helps pull out any dampness. So any respiratory dampness is very, very good for that. It helps us expectorate anything that is stuck in our respiratory systems. It really helps push those things out of our bodies and get rid of them and keep the body in a warm state. We don't want our bodies ever in a damp state, ever. We're not made to be that. That's when bad things start going on. Also really good for soothing a sore throat, and you can take myrrh internally. So just look for supplement facts, and that means you can take it internally, or for sore throat, rub it on the outside. Let's see. It's also really good if you get those sores or something on your mouth. Just put a drop of myrrh and frankincense. And it's also very supportive, just like frankincense, for healthy liver detoxification. What else? Oh, myrrh also is a key ingredient for thyroid health. So if you are trying to have a very healthy, whichever one should, but a very healthy thyroid, then know that myrrh should be included in a roller bottle of oils that promote a healthy thyroid. And anything else? Let me make sure I haven't forgotten anything. If you have cats, it's also really good. Oregano is good, but myrrh is also a gentler option if you've been around cats and they've cause a ring on your skin, we'll say it that way, then use myrrh for that. Okay, let me see here about, make sure I haven't forgotten anything for you guys. How do you spell myrrh? I always forget. Uh-oh. M-Y-R. I thought it was spelled that way. Come on, don't fail me now. Okay, so let's review and make sure I've got everything for myrrh. Okay, yes, gum health. So it's really good for oral and gum health. You can add a couple drops to your toothpaste. Very cleansing. We talked about to your lotion or moisturizer. You can help it if you add some to a little honey. It can help ease your stomach upset. You can gargle for a mouth rinse with some water and myrrh. Immune system, healthy immune system. It's very cleansing to the body. We talked about that. Relieves tension. You can use it with wild orange or Roman chamomile, and to calm you, and also for healthy skin. And diffuse it during the holidays to maintain peaceful feelings throughout the home. So there you go for myrrh. So we got myrrh. That's one that I like to keep around for a lot of different reasons. So let's move on to the gold now. And I just want to Helichrysum. Okay. Pop out here. Okay. My hair's driving me nuts today. I always touch my hair. That's okay. I thought it was going to be cute. So let's talk about Helichrysum. I will not ever go without Helichrysum in my purse. If I do, it's because we've used it at home and I've accidentally forgotten it. I love this Helichrysum Touch, but like I said, you can get it. As of now, you can get it still in the bottle form. But Helichrysum, like I said, is very regenerative, very healing, very protective for cells, help cells do what they're supposed to do and not go rogue. The same with frankincense and with myrrh. But Helichrysum, it is the gold of gold, frankincense, and myrrh because it literally comes from it. Like I said, it works seamlessly with the other two. They all have very similar properties, but Helichrysum is unique. It's actually the flower that it comes from is called golden sun, and so it is naturally anti-aging, promotes a glowing complexion. It's very regenerative, so scars, blemishes, stretch marks, rashes, acne, any of those things, Helichrysum is amazing for. I keep it for first aid. It is like nature's Band-Aid, essentially. And that's why I keep it on us, especially after we had the incidents that we had this summer with my son. I said, I will not be without Helichrysum. Helichrysum also works as a great first aid because it helps, and what I've experienced, this is my experience, like when my son cut his hand, I was like, get the Helichrysum. But it also, it helps all those little vessels or whatever you want to call them, all those little capillaries. It helps them just kind of like seal off. So it helps kind of the blood to coagulate faster and kind of just seal themselves off. So it's really good to carry with you all the time. It's really good for broken blood vessels or any sort of you want for healthy vein health in general. No matter what vein, maybe a vein issue you have going on, it's going to be really promote really healthy veins. So that includes, bruises, cuts. If we ever get like a boo-boo on the forehead, we reach for Helichrysum. My niece fell off the dining room chair when I was talking to my mom one day, and I said, go get your Helichrysum. Go get your Helichrysum. She had like a pump knot, a big goose egg or whatever you call it on her head. So go get the Helichrysum. That's our first aid for everything. It's also really good about helping our bodies to have healthy inflammatory levels. So it's really particularly good for inflammation that may be residing in your ears. So there's a lot of oils that are really good for ear health, but Helichrysum is one of the top because it really helps to both promote a healthy so be proactive in having reducing inflammation, but also if you have an increased inflammation, it really helps it return to a healthy level. It's very good for your lungs and your respiratory system, just like myrrh, just like frankincense. Very good for nerve tissue. So if you have any sort of nerve issues, whether that be overactive nerves or nervous system or in your brain, Helichrysum is also really good for that. It's a very, it's kind of a sweet oil, but also mild. So good, and you can just put it directly on things, especially in this format, and it's amazing for that. What else? We talked about that. Any sort of skin issue, Helichrysum again, just like myrrh and frankincense. I like to keep it on hand for nosebleeds. So this is personal experience. When my kids hit a growth spurt, they will often have a slight like they'll wake up and why is my nose bleeding, or they're just running and playing and they get a little nosebleed. So what I do is I take the Helichrysum, I put it on my finger, and I just swipe it down the bridge of their nose or wherever, all around their nose, but especially the bridge of their nose. And then I take a little bit of, like a tissue or something, if they're big enough, and I rub Helichrysum on the tissue and just stuff it up in whichever nostril or both nostrils, and it really helps, like I said, that just seal off and really promotes that healing property. Okay, it's very cleansing for the liver, so there we go again. And if you feel like you maybe are needing to flush out, maybe you've been exposed to heavy metals or something, Helichrysum along with cilantro can really help your body flush out those heavy metals. And if you have any sort of raised area, like a group of blood vessels or something that's raised on your skin, try Helichrysum on it because it really helps those to, like I said, shrink down and regenerate, not regenerate, but heal and shrink down. So anything else? Respiratory and sinus support. The same with like a sore on your lip. You can use it for that. Helichrysum actually stimulates the liver. So you can take this and rub it directly over your liver area to stimulate your liver. So if you really feel that you're needing to go through some sort of detoxification, incorporate Helichrysum into that, especially over your liver. We need to be taking care of our livers every single day. It's one of your just super important. All your organs are important, but especially your liver. Also supportive for the pancreas and gallbladder, so just all over. And what else? I think we've covered a lot of that, so let me make sure. Okay, Helichrysum. It's also referred to as the everlasting or immortal flower. Helichrysum keeps the skin looking young and healthy, reduces the appearance of blemishes, helps your skin glow. You can use it in a massage to promote vitality and energy within your body. Promotes a healthy metabolism, healthy digestive, immune, nervous, and cardiovascular systems. Lung and respiratory function. Gums, teeth, and mouth. So that's the same with myrrh. Healthy nervous system. If you're feeling really fatigued mentally, it can help you in that. So put it on the back of your neck, inhale it, and just use it every day until you feel yourself coming out of that mental fatigue. And internally is very cleansing. And there's a lot that it can be blended with. It can be blended with a lot of those other calming oils: bergamot, chamomile, clary sage, geranium for your skin, tea tree for your skin, frankincense for your skin, myrrh for your skin, vetiver for calming down, oregano for helping get rid of any sort of yuckies that may be going on in your system or your body. So we've got all three there. These are some of my favorite oils. And like I said, I carry Helichrysum definitely with me all the time, and usually this frankincense roller. I love my rollers. And myrrh I use for skin a lot, and also just for helping to heal and promote very healthy lung function. So as soon as someone feels a little stuffy, we get out these oils, so that nothing gets set up in our bodies. No dampness in the body. Frankincense stimulates the immune system. Helichrysum helps regenerate and helps keep those, wow, okay, here, helps keep everything just very supported and growing as it should, regrowing. And then the myrrh helps as well for that, and helps pull any dampness out of the body. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. If this is December 2020, so if you need help getting the free frankincense, reach out to the person that is helping you and going to fully support you in your doTERRA journey. If you don't have anyone to work with, message me or comment below, and I will be glad to help you get that free frankincense this month. It's a $90 oil retail, and $90 retail, and you will use it. You can use it each and every day. It's it is the top oil to have. Is the king of oils for a reason. So reach out to the person that is helping you, or comment or contact me in some way below, on Facebook, Instagram, or or YouTube. Okay, so go enjoy your gold, frankincense, and myrrh, and comment below with any of your testimonies of frankincense. I also love to use frankincense for head tension. Peppermint is a go-to, pastance is a go-to, but frankincense and lavender together for me just really help ease any tension I have in my body, and especially like in my head or in my neck or muscles. So share below some of your testimonies so other people can benefit. That is the way that we keep paying it forward with these oils. So I think that's it. I will see you guys next Thursday, and have a great December. Bye. Happy holidays.